Hello and welcome, children. Today I'm going to start with your English chapter number 1. I hope you all are doing great, safe, and healthy at home and enjoying your kind of vacations which you're at home with your friends and family. So it's better that you all stay at home, do some quality work. I'm sure you all have been so creative in drawing, pictures, singing, music, and narrating certain things. Okay, so this is another one that is going to keep you engaged is the study part. Though we are not able to meet with each other, talk to each other, this is one of the medium that we can communicate and inform you how we are going to go about our this session, that is month of April. Okay, so now that you have been promoted passed to standard 4th, we start with our new academic session with the first chapter in English. So before I start with it, I'll let you know that we are starting with the new edition of our book, okay, and it is Communicate with Cambridge, the course book for standard 4th. Okay, it's not anymore Cordova, so we are having another book that is of Cambridge. And the first chapter for English is The House with the Golden Windows. Okay, so you can see beautiful windows, pictures being given over here, right? Nothing that you have to do, but then you have to just simply choose why you like these kind of windows, something which is decorative, something which is beautiful. Some of them would like a simple kind of window, or some of them may not like too much of fancy things, right? So everybody's choice differ. So just a quick thing, whichever window you like the most. Well, I liked the one which is with all that grass and that simple one window which is looking so simple and beautiful, right? So your choices could differ. Why you like, you can always describe it, speak to yourself with your mother, your father, whoever is there with you, and express yourself. Okay, so to start with the chapter, you have already received the PDF of the same thing. Some might be a little blurred. The video which I'm showing you may not be able to be very clear to you. So please do refer the PDF also, which we have sent it across to you. All right. So I'll be reading this chapter for your better understanding. Then you will be able to know whichever word you happen to miss or not able to see clearly or understand which is the one. All right. So I'll be reading the chapter along with it. Simultaneously, I will explain to you what it is all about. Well, now the house with the golden windows, with the name itself, you must be imagining, are there golden kind of windows being there, or it is about the fancy or the one which we saw the pictures, the looks which mattered the most. Like if the windows are looking golden, silver, bronze, however the description, it would differ the living standards of people. But no, here it is not in that manner. This is a story of a young boy, Steve, okay, a young boy, Steve, who happens to see this beautiful window, which for him seems to be golden, okay, and he, he misunderstands things to be very beautiful, that the window which he is looking at, the golden window, seems to be more beautiful for him. And he goes in search of that golden window, and finally he finds that golden window, and he comes to know about certain truth about it. So that's what entirely this story is all about. I'll read. Please pay attention to the pronunciation and also to the intonation, the pause where we give. Okay. After I finish reading my lesson, when you have your time, leisure time, please do make sure that you read the chapter by yourself. All right. Here it goes. Long, long ago, in a village in Scotland, a little boy named Steve lived on a farm. Every day after school and during the weekends, Steve helped his father in the field and took care of the farm animals. But at the end of each day, when the work was done and the sun began to go down, there came an hour which was all his own. So this young boy was a very hard-working boy who used to help his father in the field, okay, and he used to take care of the animals that was there in the farm, in the field. And at the end of it, he was so hardworking. After everything is done, when he is all alone, his leisure time, he sits back and spends time with himself. When this time came, Steve would often stroll to the top of a hill near his house and look across at another hill a long way away. There, on this far off hill, stood a house with windows shining like gold. As the sun went down, he would sit on the hill watching this house. The windows shone so brightly that they made Steve blink when he looked at them. After a while, someone would close the shutters and he knew it was time to go home for supper. Okay, so coming back, what he used to do, he used to sit back all alone. The evening times was all Steve's only. He used to sit alone. Then he used to stroll up to the hill. Stroll, the meaning of stroll is walk in a slow, relaxed manner, especially for pleasure. Like he's just taking a walk, like you take a walk in the garden, etc. That's called as a stroll. So he used to take a stroll to the top of a hill near his house and used to look at the hill which was across his house. There on this far off hill stood a house with windows shining like gold. So this one window he used to always keep a note about, or he used to notice this window which was always shining like gold. Okay, and it used to go down or fade away once the sun went down or once the sun sets. After that, that window used to never look so golden, and he knew that okay, now it's time, it's getting darker and he needs to get back to his house, isn't it? Now see here, from the picture you can see that how he is looking at that golden window which is on the opposite hill. Isn't it reflecting like golden, right? And when he used to look at this golden window, he used to blink his eyes. It was that bright, it shone so brightly that Steve used to blink when he looked at them. Okay, now what do you mean by blink? It is close and open the eyes quickly. Okay, and when he looked at them, after a while someone would close the shutters and he knew it was time to go home for supper. Somebody used to come and close the shutters, close the windows, or close the doors of the windows. What do you mean by the meaning shutters here? It is a wooden covers on the outside of a window. And supper, a main meal eaten in the evening. So supper was nothing but your dinner, okay, what you eat at the end of the day. On Saturday, Steve's father told him, "You have earned a holiday. Take a day off today and try to learn something good." So what happened? Now his father had asked him, now it is time for you to take holiday. You have earned a lot. You have worked out a lot. So that was his salary kind of a thing. He was not paid, but then it was the holiday which he used to get as a reward. So his father said, it's time for your reward. You can take a holiday, take a day off today and try to learn something good so that you may enjoy your time or do whatever you wish to. Steve was delighted. He thanked his father and started off for the house with the golden windows. He was very glad. He was very happy. He thought now this is a chance for him to explore about the golden windows that he used to see. What do you mean by delighted over here? Delighted is very pleased, happy. Okay, as I said. He thanked his father and then started off for the house with the golden windows. So that's where he thinks about his plans to go and reach up to that golden window and find out the reality of that golden window, or to see actually how it looked in real. The windows used to shine so brightly. He wanted to see it very closely to him. Okay, well, so now this is where we stop at. The first chapter's halfway through. The next period, the next class, when you will be sent with the videos, I will be continue with the next part of your story or the chapter. Okay, until here I hope you are clear with the explanations, the word meanings. Until then, you can underline those word meanings and the difficult words that you must have come across. If something is there that you haven't understood, children, please do not hesitate to ask me. Put it in your groups. Tell your parents to ask me personally, or in the groups you may ask your doubts. I will clear it. Okay, have a good day. Take care. See you.